Sup kids? How's everybody out there in YouTube land this evening? Busy day today, very busy day, long day, lots of miles. Got a lot of ground covered today. Apparently got my butt handed to me by a bunch of people who had, I guess, misunderstood or didn't think about the question I asked this morning. So I'll go over that here in a little bit after we get started this morning. So anyhow, good day out on the ICW today. We bounced ground quite a bit. Hey Steve, how you doing, man? Hello Gene, how you doing? Hey Coyote, what's up? yeah, my butt's been beat. So hey Pilot, how you doing? Hello Mama's 3. Hey Chief, what's going on? Oh man. Glad to see all the usual suspects rolling in for another day of life on the ICW. Pretty much what today was. Today was a weird day. See, you got internet tonight. Actually, I'm on Wi-Fi at the moment, Steve, but yes, I do have internet. Thank you. Hey Eddie, what's up? Again, big shout out, big thanks to those folks who donated yesterday. Shar, certainly, Whole Shot, Andy, and of course Gene came through, saved the day, enabled me to get my erroneous phone bill taken care of. I tell you, I had some words with AT&T today. Apparently my phone bill is the 23rd, and the girl I spoke to apparently had no answer as to why they had a due date of the 15th, but just nonsense, absolute nonsense. Hey Steve, what's up, ma'am? Yes, you. Hey Seabiscuit, how you doing? Hello, Kim Banks. So, man, I'm sunburned today, man. Stayed dry. Yeah, I was able to stay dry. No rain here at all. Nothing at all. So, yeah, it was kind of a bright, hot, sunny day. Actually, it started out very cold. It was really cold this morning. In fact, I had a hoodie on this morning. I know somebody commented yesterday about seeing somebody in a hoodie going by the camera in the background while I was in the restaurant, and they were alarmed by that. But let me tell you something. Living up in Alaska, I like my hoodie. It's like a little warm cocoon of goodness inside of it. When I pop the hood up and stuff, keep me warm in the cold winter days up there. I really like my hoodie. So I was wearing a hoodie this morning, a fleece lined, not fleece lined, what do they call it? Sweat pants, whatever they are. Sweat type material hoodie today, because it was cold. It was 56 degrees when I pulled out of dockside this morning. And so, hey, Bassfinder. So it was pretty chilly. 46 miles for the day. We got 46 miles under the belt today. We're going to do the same tomorrow, I think, another 46 miles. In fact, tomorrow, we're finally going to be in South Carolina. We will have completed North Carolina. So, yeah, Steve, it's not fleece. It's, whatever sweatpants are made of. That's not fleece. I don't know what it is. But yeah, I agree, no fleece. Fleece is where a lot of the microplastics and stuff come from. So, out for a walk this morning. 36 degrees here in Boston. That's cool, Gene. Did anybody happen to notice the thumbnail on tonight's video? Megan's in South Carolina. Oh, that's cool. Did anybody happen to notice the thumbnail tonight? Nobody noticed the thumbnail. Bummer. The thumbnail was, in fact, Rosie. Mama's 3 did. Cool. That's Rosie. That's Gene's dog, Rosie. I used Gene's dog, Rosie's picture for my thumbnail this evening. It's actually why I was a couple minutes late getting started. I had to copy and paste and do all that kind of fun stuff real quick. But we got Rosie shown on there. So, New York, 27 degrees yesterday morning. Ooh, not fun, man. Not fun. Cool. Hey, Don Gordon, how you doing? No, not a new dog. That's my buddy Gene's dog, Rosie. The dog's name is the origin of the name Rosie. That is now the name of my new dinghy, the Rosie. Or just Rosie, I guess. Rosie the dinghy. So, and while we're talking about Rosie of the dinghy, oh, Gene, you didn't see it either. Okay, wow, I would have thought Gene would have noticed, but I guess not. Okay. While we're talking about that, I made a suggestion last night, or no, this morning. I guess it was this morning. If we could have the name Gene. Hey, Andy, how you doing? Gene chose. He won the right because he paid my phone bill. He actually donated enough money so I covered my phone bill, which was awesome, absolutely phenomenal, incredible. And so Gene got the right to name the dinghy, and he decided to name the dinghy Rosie after his Labrador, which I thought was awesome. To show respect for Gene and for Rosie, I suggested we make it Miss Rosie instead of just Rosie. Miss as in Miss, Mrs., Mr. In the South, where I am right now, it's a sign of respect when someone's talking to a lady to put the name Miss in front of it. Just using their first name is a little too forward, a little vulgar, if you will, and so they put Miss in it. Most of you will probably relate to the movie Driving Miss Daisy. It would have been rude for him to have just called her Daisy, so he referred to her as Miss Daisy. It's a sign of respect. And I thought, if anything, Gene's donation certainly deserved respect. So I suggested we add Ms. Rosie to the front of it, and I got lambasted, man. I got people rip me a new butt in my comments because of that suggestion. So, 79 degrees last night, the breeze, I had to use a sheet. Oh, wow, Steve Cole. Gene already named it, just saying. Well, Bill, I hear you just saying, but I thought it was a respectful thing to do. Miss Shar said she would notice, and that's why I did it. So I thought when I got all this hate mail from all these different people that were confused about that, I thought, well, gosh, you know, it's my impression that you use the word Miss, M-I-S-S, in front of it. It's just showing respect to that person, or in this case, that dinghy, and in this case, to Gene. So I thought, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I misunderstood that. Maybe I have that all backwards. But Crow Defense, we talked last night, and I was fine with it and said to put it up to the vote with you all. Well, thank you, Gene. I appreciate you sharing that. So I got online and I did a search and I put it out there. I said, you know, why do Southerners use the word Miss in front of a lady's name? And there was actually a whole article. Somebody else had posted that article, and there was a bunch of respondents that came back and responded to it. And the overwhelming thought was, it's like I thought, it shows respect. It's just being respectful to not refer to somebody by their first name. To put Miss in front of it was just showing a little respect. And I thought that was a good, classy touch to add in here to show respect towards Gene for the great donation that he did. Well, haters want to hate. They don't want to think about reality. They don't want to know the truth. I got all of this hate mail with people saying, well, Gene said it should be Rosie, it should be Rosie, you shouldn't even have asked. I thought it was respectful. I thought it was a nice gesture on my part. I didn't see it from the perspective of, oh, he paid to have the boat named and now I'm changing it. That never even entered my mind, people. And so there was a bit of a lesson to be had in this, that there's so many people out there just looking for a reason to hate. You know, they would pick something as ridiculous as this to jump all over my case about it. So I ended up having to delete a whole lot of comments on there. Some other people had to be deleted as a result of it. I just, you know, unbelievable people. So anyhow, we're going to just keep it just Rosie. So apparently that's what everybody wants, so it's just Rosie now. So, well, but now I'm sticking with Rosie. Yep, Gene, that's absolutely right. It's just Rosie. No Miss, no nothing, just Rosie. So, should not call us haters if we disagree. Yep, case closed. I agree, Gene, case closed. So let's move on. Anyhow, so the boat's named Rosie, and that's going to be it. So, because I'm being man, I insult you. Okay, well, Bosun, if you really want to tell me how you feel about me, I suggest you private message me and we can talk about it. So, hey, Smokin', what's up? Yeah, there you go. I agree with that, Steve. Yeah, I think a lot of folks today just don't get it. I was dismayed though that there was actually some people said that they found the miss in their offensive, that it was what's the word, racist. That it was racist to use the miss word in front of a lady's name. Like in the case of driving Miss Daisy, that was a racist comment to say Miss Daisy. I don't see that. I don't. There's not a racist bone in my body, so I don't see that. And I found that to be kind of an odd comment. But anyhow, Rosie it is. So we move on. Were you able to travel today and stay dry? Yeah, I don't know why everybody thinks I got wet. I stayed dry. It was hot and sunny all day today. We made 46 miles. I am near Shallot. I'm near Shallot Inlet. Shallott, the Shallot Inlet. So few people in the United States act when in Rome, do as the Romans. Do we expect people in the United States to speak English when they come here? So simple, we're all Americans. There you go, Steve. I agree with that. A little tolerance, people, a little tolerance. So, anyhow, so I am in Shallot. I am at a free dock. I'm at a dock that they're allowing me to stay here tonight, so not a problem. A lot of current where I am right now. Oh, does it smell like onions? No, it doesn't smell like onions. Troll Sniper, apparently you're not familiar with boats. Boats are usually named after your sweetheart or the lady that is most significant to you. They take on a persona unto themselves, and they are most definitely affectionately referred to as your ladies. So, yeah, I disagree with that. A boat may be an object, but boats are always female, and respectfully so. So, yes, Christine, I agree. People seem to be looking for a reason to be offended by stuff today. They come to the party trying to figure out a reason to get pissed off. Not coming there to have a good time, relax, and let's let things be. But they come there with an idea of having a fight, and it's just crazy. I just can't stand that stuff. Hey, happy birthday, Random Musings. Objects do have gender in every other language but English. There you go, Jane. Good sniglet there. This will no doubt be on The View. Oh. All right, Honeycrisp, goodbye. So anyhow, we made good distance tonight. Ran aground a lot today. I mean, I was bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. Now I know my boat has a diesel motor, and diesel motors are commonly used in tractors, but I didn't get a sailboat to go plowing through creek beds and stuff. It was plowing day to day. We just were constantly running aground and bouncing bottom today. It was a bit of a disaster. People just trying to, yeah, I know, Smoking, I know. Well, Sea Monkey, that's absolutely none of your business. Great name, man. Yep, absolutely great name. Absolutely great name. So, oh, anywho, guy, we're going to talk about what happened today. Bright, sunny, warmed up nicely, peeled. Hey, John Dolan, how you do? Gene 1, because I would have named it Morning. Oh, John Dolan, you're so bad. That's so bad. Wow. Okay. Hey, Patriot Canadian, how you doing? Yeah, so anyhow, the dinghy towed beautifully. I did change out her tow bridle today. I rigged up a much bigger, heavier tow bridle. Actually, I used some big anchor line, some 5/8 anchor line, and converted that into a new tow bridle for Rosie. I did have her originally on just a dock line, and I was concerned that was just going to wear out too quickly. So she's got a big heavy duty line on her right now, and she towed beautifully. She's just towing really nice. She gets in right behind the boat and just sits in there nice and tight and just smooth as glass. Tows beautifully, very little drag from her. I'm just thrilled with how the dinghy's working out. Making pretty good headway. Oh, I know something I want to talk to you guys about. Tides. Here on the ICW, I had some people early on telling me I really need to be worried about currents and tides. And let me tell you what I've found here on the ICW, what my experience has been here on the ICW. Along the ICW, we go by a lot of inlets. I am basically in a canal that's cut just inland from the ocean, okay? A mile or so, some places more, some places less. But we're on a river that just parallels the beach here. And in that, every so often, there'll be an inlet. There'll be a place where you can go from the ICW out to the ocean, okay? It's at these inlets that you deal with tide. When let's say there's two inlets and they're 10 miles apart, okay, just to keep numbers simple. You have two inlets 10 miles apart. When I'm approaching this inlet, if it's an incoming tide, the water's coming into the ICW and then splits both directions on the ICW. So as I'm approaching this first inlet, water's coming in. So as I'm approaching, I'm running against the current and I slow way down. Then there'll be shoaling right here in this area. A lot of shoaling where you bounce, 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 do a little plowing. You get to the other side and you accelerate. Now you're speeding up because you have the tide pushing you, incoming tide. Now as you approach the next inlet and you get past the halfway point between these two, I don't know how to do a halfway point. The halfway point between these two inlets, now you've been pushed for half, now you're pushing against it again half because it's still tide coming in. Tide changes every 6 hours. I'm going from inlet to inlet almost every hour or thereabouts. And so I will, for a half hour, have really good speed, and then a half hour I'm going to slow down. Go around the inlet, really good speed. A little bit later, I slow down. I have the opposite effect when the tide's going out. When the tide's going out and I'm approaching the inlet, I'm going very fast. When I go past the inlet and I'm continuing away from it, I'm going very slow because of the outgoing tide. So you're constantly in this speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down situation. And it's really difficult to determine a ETA for where you're going to get wherever you're trying to go to. So when I'm route planning, I err on the shorter distance. I set myself a first goal, and when I get there, I look at what time of day it is and try to decide if I can try to go to my second goal for the day or my third goal for the day. More often than not, I stop at the first spot. Now, there were some people commenting the other day about, hey Andy, weight loss is doing awesome, man. Some folks commented the other day about, oh no, Andy asked me that question, now I just lost the train of thought. It was a short train apparently. Oh yes, why don't I anchor and then use the dinghy to go someplace to use Wi-Fi? Guys, the ICW is a very narrow stretch of waterway. You cannot just anchor in the middle of it. There's traffic going all the time, day and night. So you just can't stop in the ICW and anchor. You have to find a place off the ICW in order to be able to anchor. You either need a wide spot where there's a bay, you need some sort of room, or you need to find a spot where you can dock. Like tonight, I'm tied up at a dock in front of a restaurant. So you guys are getting bored. I'm trying to give you guys some good information about sailing on the ICW here, but okay. Anyhow, I just thought that you guys should know that you just can't anchor anywhere. You really have to find different anchorages, and they are few and far between. Sometimes you've got to go a long ways to get to the next spot in order to be able to anchor. It's not like, you know, you can just stop anywhere and drop the hook. You've got to find a spot. So, all right, I missed a bunch of stuff in the chat. Apparently I'm boring people, so... okay, let's see. Funny thing is, I didn't name her. That was her adopted name. I decided to keep it since she was a rescue and probably already went through enough. There you go, Gene. Awesome. Good for you, Gene. Yep, absolutely awesome. Been busy. Not sure how I had time to work. Hey, Terry Parmenter, how you doing? Flying seems so much easier. Yeah, Andy, weight loss. Weight loss is doing great, man. I'm doing fine. Feeling good. You know, this morning I get these little granola bars. So I have a couple of those little small little oranges and a banana and a granola bar for breakfast. And then I have not had dinner yet this evening. I don't know what I'm going to have. That's all I've eaten all day today. So with that said, I'm losing weight. In fact, I'm kind of trying to pour on the pressure on myself, because I'm looking at now where I'm under 30 days to get down to Marathon, Florida. And I'd really wish I was a lot lighter than I am right now by the time I got there. So I'm going to try to kick it into high gear here a little bit. Yeah, I don't know where Frank is, Patriot Canadian. I have not heard from him in a couple of days. Toll gates coming up. You have time going through them. Okay. Certainly spells it out for all the people who keep telling you that you ought to put your sails up. Yeah, Ms. Shar, you can't sail inside the ICW. You just cannot put sails up. I see boats all day long. I have boats passing me. Well, actually today I had very few boats passing me. I had some sailboats pass me earlier this morning, and then nothing for the longest period of time. But yeah, nobody has their sails up on the ICW. Nobody. Let's see. Have you considered any sort of snubbers for your dinghy because of the jerk reaction? Not really getting any kind of jerk reaction with it, Maui. She's staying pretty smooth right behind me. So, yeah, I know. Your singing voice, happy birthday, actually song. Not tonight. Troll not according to left. Let's see how many people take that one for a ride. Okay. Active Captain lists hundreds of anchorages, a good reference, especially from South Carolina continuing south. Yeah, I use Active Captain all the time, and they may have hundreds of anchorages. I would argue hundreds, but you know, they're like, you know, 5, 10, some of them 5, 10, some of them 20 miles apart. It's not like you can just stop any given place. And when you're traveling at 5 miles an hour, you know, that could be an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours before you find someplace that you can anchor. So, SV Freebird, I disagree with you. Active Captain does list maybe hundreds of anchorages over the 1,200 miles of the ICW. But as you're going down the ICW, sometimes those anchorages are few and far between. This info plan on making the trip eventually. Well, there you go, Seabiscuit. I'm glad I could help out. Thank you, Woodbeach. Appreciate it. Like the info. Thank you, Mama Stree. Hey, Sharpshooter. How much do you weigh? I have no idea how much I weigh at the moment. I do not have a scale on the boat, so. Yeah, Andy, I'm really not doing much swimming right now. I've been going. And to be honest with you, I haven't been doing much swimming. Actually, the last couple places that I've tied up are been, I really didn't want to swim. Just too congested of an area. So I'm going to be anchoring out tomorrow night. So I'm hoping to take a good swim tomorrow. So thumbnail for tonight's live stream. That looked 5 seconds before she gets a treat. Yeah, Jean, that's her. That's the picture you sent. That's a good picture of her. So. Especially with the weight on your boat, you really have to watch it coming out, going tide, because you have the keel weight. Yeah, I only have 5-foot draft though, Steve, so I'm not a very deep drafted boat. So, hook you up. There you go, Wood Beast. There you go. And the ICW gets dessert. Okay. I didn't know the ICW gets dessert, but okay. I see what gets busier as you get down through Charleston and when you get through the Muddy River through Georgia. Okay. Well, I'm looking forward. It was weird today, Steve. It was really weird today because when I first started out, I like to leave really early. I like to leave at first light. And I find that if I leave at first light, I usually don't have all the big power yachts going by me until at least 10 o'clock in the morning. Those guys sleep in. So I usually get that first couple of hours, and frankly, that's the best time of the day for me. It's very relaxing. It's nice and cool. The sun's not hot on you yet. It's just a nice time of day. But today, when I started out early, and within an hour, I had some sailboats go by me. I think I had 3 or 4 sailboats go by me. And then I stayed with them. I kept my speed up, and pretty much most of the other sailboats are faster than I am. I'm the slow boat out here. I have yet to pass anybody on the ICW. I haven't passed any boats. Everybody passes me. So anyhow, so I'm moving along. And then for like the longest time this afternoon, nobody passed me. No power boats went by, no sailboats went by, to the point where I was beginning to think, uh-oh, does everybody know something I don't know? Is there a closure up ahead? Is there some reason why nobody's coming this way? And I guess the only reason I'm hearing from anybody is because of the shoaling that's been going on. With my 5-foot draft, I've been able to get through everything, but I guess a lot of the sailboats with bigger drafts have been going around right where I am right now because they couldn't get through. Now there's been a couple of places where they had temporary buoys set, where the shoaling, where the channel where you would normally go through, which should be 12 feet deep at this point, is only 3 feet deep. So Terry, thank you, Terry. Terry just hit PayPal. Awesome, dude. Thank you very much. Much needed and much appreciated, Terry. Thank you. You just bought me some fuel, man. I'm going to put some diesel in the tank. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that, man. Very, very good of you. So most of the boats were going around, but I've been able to get on. There's a number of resources, there's Cruiser's Net. I don't know if you guys ever looked at Cruiser's Net. The Salty Southeast Cruiser's Net has Salty Southeast Cruisers. That's fun to say. They have a thing on the ICW, and it shows an active captain display, and it shows all the alerts that are along the way. So every day I pull that up, and this is why it was critical for me to be able to have my cell phone working so I have internet, because I need to get on there on a day-to-day basis, and I look at like tomorrow I'm going to go through like 5 different areas that they had warnings in. But there are things like, you know, this buoy was out of place, but now it's been replaced, or it's updates about changes that have been going on. You know, there's shoaling in this area, but we put temporary buoys around it to identify the channel. Or as you're going past Day Beacon 113, stay to your left. You know, that kind of information is, and so I take notes, and then as I'm going down the canal, I have my notes to as references to go along. So there's another resource that I use called ICW Free Docks. There's a guy who compiled a list of places that you can stop for free along the ICW. Unfortunately, the next free dock between me and Florida is like Jacksonville, Florida. There's really not much in the way of free docks between here and there. There were some that have been closed. There's some that were free that are now $1 a foot. You know, $1 a foot's not too bad, but I don't, you know, I'm a cheap guy. I don't want to spend any money if I don't have to. So I try to find either a free dock or I go to anchor. So we're going to have a long stretch ahead of us as we're going through South Carolina and Georgia, where I'm not anticipating much in the way of free docks at all. However, what I have found is there's a lot of restaurants with dockage, and if you stop at the restaurant and you go in and you have a beer and you say hello to them and you're nice to them, they say, yeah, you can stay out on the dock tonight, no problem, yeah, go ahead. And so you get to stay out on the dock for the night. So it's just a matter of stopping in and being nice and respectful, and there you go, you get to tie up to a dock for the night. Now there's no power, there's no water, there's none of that stuff, but you're not having to worry about having an anchor out in an area where there's a lot of current. And on the ICW, there's a lot of current. You're dealing with a lot of current all the time. In fact, I've gotten quite proficient at being able to dock my boat in a high current situation. So it's a kind of a neat trick. Now I missed a bunch in the chat. Let me go back and see what I missed here. I'm not going to go back too bad. Okay, does Lily still have a ton of treats? Yes, Andy, Lily will have treats until we get down to Florida. She'll have treats until next spring. So, hopefully no loud shrimp boats tonight. Well, we actually just had one blow a horn as you went by me a little bit ago. Just before the live stream. Enter no-seam country, can be a drag at anchor. Yep, certainly can, Ray. I have some screening that I've been organizing to rig up on my my hatch and stuff, so that should help. Takes me a long time to type on the phone. I don't have a boat, but I do have a tractor. Going to name it Miss Her Face. My wife said, use your imagination. Okay. Gosh, what was that boat? Was it in England? Was it in England that they had some kind of a thing where they had people donate, and they had a lottery, and they picked out a name, and the boat had like something face, something, I don't know, Happy Miss Booty Face, or I mean, it was a weird name. Any of you guys remember that? I know they ended up not naming the boat that. I know that was a final decision, but anybody remember what that story was? I don't remember. So that's funny, Sniper. Hey, Justin. When you enter South Carolina, you will pass my favorite golf course, Glen Dornoch. It will be the first course south of Little River. All right, there you go. How much to rename the Lily to? Do you have screens for your hatches and door and cabin? I have screening material, and I have what's this stuff? Velcro stuff to put on them to create screens for them. So I just got to get it cut and put down. I just haven't been doing it till I need to. So it was in England. It was a little kid, and he wanted to. Bodie McBoatface. That's it, Coyote. Yes, Bodie McBoatface. Boat name was Hillary, I think. We started to get many drawbridges yet. No, I've not seen very many drawbridges at all so far. They don't call them drawbridges out here, Steve. They're called, oh, crap. No, I forgot. They have a different name for them. They're not. They don't call them a drawbridge. They call them some other kind of bridge. Bascule, a B-A-S-C-U-L-E, a bascule bridge. That's where it has the bridge, and the bridge opens up this way. A drawbridge, which is what you and I would call it from, you know, watching all the days of King Arthur, and they had the drawbridge around the moat. But no, they call them a bascule bridge, B-A-S-C-U-L-E, bascule bridge. So I have gone through a few bascule bridges all along the ICW. There's a couple. None of them have been any kind of major delay. We usually get stuck for, you know, they open on the hour and the half hour. So there's been a couple of times I've been stuck behind bridges waiting for them to be open. But for the most part, the bridges that I've been stuck behind waiting for them to open aren't bascule bridges, but instead they're turn bridges. You know, the road will come up on both sides. They'll have an island in the middle, and then the bridge will actually pivot, opening up 2 lanes of traffic, one on either side of the bridge. Some of them have 2 lanes, some of them only have 1 lane when they turn, but the bridge actually rotates 90 degrees, so that's what you have. And you got to stay away from those turn bridges. They don't want you getting close to it. I got yelled at the very first time, all the way up there in Buffalo, New York. I got too close to the first one, and I got yelled at. So you got to stay away from those bridges. Many effects from Michael. Yes, and not just Michael, but Florence as well. I've taken some photos of a lot of boats washed up into the trees and into the bushes. A lot of roofs tore off, a lot of blue tarps overbuilt over houses and stuff. A lot of docks tore up. You know, the area that I've been going through the last couple of days is where Florence made landfall. And then of course Michael came back through. So it got tore up pretty bad. That's why there's all this shoaling here. I actually believe as I get further south now, into South Carolina and such, I'm actually going to get away from the hurricane damage. And it should be actually smoother sailing, well, motoring as the case were, heading south from here. So that's a good reference, but be careful about using that a lot. Guys don't report what they see. Yeah, I understand that, Steve. Pilot, swing bridge. Yeah, swing bridge. Yep, swing bridge. There you go. We're both watching on TV, so respectfully, and I've been married 64 years. Everyone jokingly recommended that name. Oh, okay, Charles Snipe, that's funny. Wow, you've been married 54 years. God bless you, ma'am. To publish content. Yes, I do, Wood Beast. I do need a laptop to publish content. Thank you. I'm glad I'm safe too. Oh, well, yeah. Nothing to worry about, guys. You know, when you're out here on the ICW, even when I have internet, when my cell phone is working, there's sometimes places that I get to that there's just no cell service. I mean, sometimes you're out here in the middle of nowhere, so. Damage stops at Charleston. Okay, there you go. Random musings with Eki. You think Eki is a girl? I don't know. I can't tell by that name. Is Eki a girl or is Eki a boy? I don't know. That's a nondescript name. So. Did you know you're under investigation? Wow, I'm under investigation. Imagine that. What nonsense. Goodbye. Sorry guys, just don't have any patience for troll type activity anymore. Does my pic look masculine? I can't see your pic. Your pic is about that big. I can't see your pic from here, so I assume from your answer you're female. Okay, well in that case, Eki, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Random musings from Eki. Happy birthday to you. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you, dear. And I'm sorry, I really can't see your photos from here. The photos, I mean, I'm using a cell phone, which is a tiny screen, and then your little picture is just a couple of dots. It really is. It's really small, so. Billy, really? Do you or have you ever smoked weed? I have smoked weed. When I was up in Alaska, it was legal. So, all right, Eki, I appreciate that. So, I've not spoken to Frank in a couple of days, actually. I don't know. I probably should call him and find out what's going on with him. But sometimes Frank has stuff to do. Sometimes Frank has stuff to do. It's not a big deal. So. Anyhow, had a good day, made, what did I say, 46 miles, which is just a huge day. Weed is disgusting and overrated. John, I happen to somewhat agree with that. I tried weed when I was up in Alaska when they legalized it, and it made me sick, so I don't do it anymore. So, yep, smoking, I know, just troll nonsense. So. Just people trying to start nonsense, so I guess they've got nothing better to do. I will say this, hey Clint, how you doing, man? Oh, Miss Lily's doing fine. She's right there, Clint. I know she's right there at the same spot every night when I'm inside here doing this. She really is alive, guys. She just sleeps during the live streams, so. You're no troll. No problem, sharpshooter. I just find it amazing how many people give me a hard time and then all they want to do is be on my channel. If you don't like what I'm doing, then don't watch, you know? You don't like the way I behave, then don't what? Go somewhere else. So, hey Mike, how you doing? I am at, oh gosh, now you, darn it. I just had it a minute ago. Hold on a minute. I'll tell you where I'm at. Tell you guys, getting old, man. Getting old. Okay, I'm near Southport. I am near the Shallot River Inlet. S-H-A-L-L-O-T-T-E, Shallot River. I'm at the Shallot River Inlet. Or actually just before the Shallot River Inlet. So, yep, that's the gen running outside, yep. It's about to run out of fuel actually, so it's probably going to go out here pretty quick. How do you highlight a comment on the phone? I don't. Or turn. Okay. I'm not sure what you mean by or turn, but okay. Weed is bad, cannabis is good. Hey, everybody has their right to do whatever it is they want to do in the privacy of their own home. That's the way I look at it. So, what was up with AT&T? I have no idea what AT&T was doing, but my phone company was being a pain in the butt, but they're all taken care of now. So, thanks, Clint. Yeah, making good distance. Made 46 miles today, towing the dinghy, and yeah, couldn't be happier. Things are going well. So. Yeah, Steve, you know, I remember smoking pot in high school. The stuff that they have today is like, you know, Everclear compared to Boone's Farm, is the analogy I guess I could use compared to the, you know, the marijuana that we smoked when we were kids compared to what they have today. It's just like racing fuel. It's insane. So, are you past Southport? I believe I'm past Southport. Yes, I think so. I'll double check that. Well, I'm kind of at Southport. I don't know. I'm in the Southport neighborhood. How's that? I'm on the Shallot River. So that's where I'm at. I'm on the Shallot River. Yep, 46 miles is good, Canadian, I agree. Hello, Beth, how you doing? Glad to see you here. And you too, Pilot. I'm glad to see you here too, man. Well, yeah, on the Shallot River. Okay, how did you go with that chick the other night at the it didn't go at all. Way too young for me, guys. Way too young for me. Home stretch during South Carolina. We're happy for your progress. Well, thank you, Charlene. I appreciate that, Miss Char. Yeah, I feel good. I kind of am excited about the progress that I've been making. I write down my my mileage and my distance every day. I have 841 miles to go. So now it's down to where it starts to get exciting, you know, and every day it's a little bit more. And, you know, hey, 891 miles, what's that divided by 46? If I could do 46 miles a day, how many days do I have left, guys? I can't use my phone to calculate. You guys can calculate it for me. But thank you, Miss Shar. Why do so many comments disappear? Because I don't like them. Stupid and you'll go away too. There you go, Steve. Seems bizarre they changed your due date back to the 23rd. Aren't you tired of the customer service in India? Have you considered Verizon? Guys, okay, again, I'm still under contract with AT&T, okay? I'm making payments on my devices. Until I get those paid off, I can't switch carriers. So it's a mute argument trying to talk about Verizon or anybody else at the time being. Yeah. Well, Maui, what's with the aggression? The humper by a boat. Go somewhere and put it out on YouTube. You never know. There you go. Wow. All right. Verizon just laid off 4,300 peeps. Ow. Wow. Of course, I have no idea how many people Verizon employs. That could be a drop in the bucket for them. So, oh, dang, you passed us, bud. You're past Southport already. You're kicking butt. Yeah. Well, I'm kind of in Southport. I'm right where the river is, right at Southport. So, 18 to 20 days. There you go. Costs you about $1,400 a month. Bosun, that's just not accurate. That's just not accurate. Yeah, I mean that. You know, this is the kind of ridiculous stuff that pisses me off. Why I delete people. Bosun, give you a good example. You know damn good and well that dinghy for $700 is not a budget item. That's a capital investment into a long-term thing. It's not like you're going to spend that every month buying a new dinghy. And for you to come out here and say my budget's $1,400 is inflammatory and ignorant, and that's why I delete people from my channel. So now you understand, people, the rest of you guys, you understand why I get frustrated and upset? Because you have people that make ignorant comments like that. So yes, and certainly is a safety item. So friends, gotta check out best. Hey Chief, you take care, buddy. We'll see you later. Good conversation of part of all men and women that live on the water. We look at stupidity as a disease. Oh man, like a plague, Steve, like a plague. Hey, Smoking, you take care, Matty. Oh, you're saying goodbye to Chief? I thought you were saying goodbye to me. Okay, never mind. Yep, goodbye, Chief. See you later. I vote for booting Bosun. All right, we have a motion to boot Bosun. All in favor, say aye or say nay. Why do people post rude things? Because they're rude people. Now, we just have a group of people like being disruptive, I guess. Aye. John Dolan says aye. Uh-oh, nay. Aye. Okay. 2 to 1. Nay. 2 to 2. Aye. 3 to 2. Aye. 4 to 2. Aye. 5 to 2. It was a good investment. It was a good investment. Nay. 5 to 3. 6 to 3. 6 to 4. I think there's some anonymous. One more chance. All right. And since again, all right, ayes. So the ayes have it, guys. Steve Garrity, nay. All right, the ayes have it clearly. But again, this is a benevolent dictatorship. So, and my buddy Gene says, okay, one more chance. We're gonna give him one more chance. So, not getting booted now, but man, it's coming. So. He was just, no, Bill, he wasn't just asking. He's been harping on that for a couple days now. This is like the 4th time that he's made that statement, Bill. It's not just one time. And there's another thing that goes on here on a regular basis. People watch one live stream and they think they know everything that's going on with the channel. There's a lot of stuff going on that's not obvious here. So, sharpshooter, I have no intention of blocking you. So. None whatsoever. Where's Doug been? On Long Island, Levittown, last I heard. Oh. Hey, Justin Saylor. Colonel, if I send you some promotional items, would you wear them on your chat? It depends on what the items are, Justin. I don't know. English judge wig during the voting. Oh, that would be funny, huh? He brought it up another night, and I responded to him about buying fridge. You do it once every 10 years or more. Yep, that's true, Gene. Yeah, so he's had other people explain it to him, but he's still just trying to needle it, and I don't take needling well. Guys, I have a really small tolerance for that kind of nonsense. So, but Houston, we have a problem. Pink Thong and Pasties. I need a beverage, so you guys are gonna have to hold on for a second while I grab myself a drink here. So hold on a minute. I'm gonna spin you around. Oh, and too bad Clint's not here, because now that I spun it around, Miss Lily woke up. There's Miss Lily. Oh, say hello to the camera, dog. Come on, say hello. Say hello. Woof. 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 You're not gonna woof. Okay. Round we go again. Sorry about that, everybody. Oh man, I have to laugh. I've been trying to teach Miss Lily to woof at stuff. I'm trying to see if I can get her to bark on command. And what I get her to do is she just sort of goes, that's all she does. Her lips kind of puff up and she, so I'm trying to get her to work on that. Hopefully we'll get it done soon, so. Oh, okay, I hear Her Highness, there you go. Oh. Was hidden, was unhidden, I don't know what you guys are doing. Hidden, unhidden, bosun is gone, okay. Wow, okay. Looking at the chart, Southport is 20 miles from the Shallot River. Okay, well I am at the Shallot River. That's where I am at. I'm on the Shallot River right now. So, what am I drinking? I'm drinking black cherry flavored seltzer water. And I bought this Red Lion brand. I usually buy a different brand, but this is what I was obviously shopping at a Red Lion grocery store. Red Lion black cherry sucks. It really does. The other brands that I buy are much better than this one. This black cherry doesn't taste very good, but what are you going to do? No beers tonight, none whatsoever. Lily asked you to wolf. That would be wild, wouldn't it? Ooh, a Belgian pale ale. That sounds good, Gene. Having margaritas for the birthday. Yeah, drinking seltzer water, guys. Inlet View Bar and Grill. Okay. So, had a great day, 46 miles, got sunburned, bounced the ground a lot. What else happened that was interesting? Lots of pelicans, lots of dolphins. Oh, they had a, what do you call, a ray. A ray jumped out here in the water a little bit ago. You know, like a spotted leopard ray, or it wasn't huge, but it was a pretty good sized ray. Jumped out of the water over here a little bit ago. I was kind of shocked to see that. Man, if there was ever an indication I'm in tropical waters, when I started seeing rays jumping, that's pretty cool. So I was pretty excited about that. So, oh, get to warmer weather. But oh man, I'm trying. I always wanted to ask God to allow animals a voice for one day a year. Wow, wouldn't that be cool? Several days help clear the infection and wear long sleeve shirts. Help clear the infection. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was really cool seeing a ray jump out there. So, this one lady, where I'm at here, there's one lady, she was all excited about it. She's, oh, a ray, look at that. She was carrying on. She even ran inside and had to tell people inside that they seen a ray out there. Pretty funny, so anyhow, gonna be heading out of here real early in the morning. Hope to make another 46 miles again tomorrow. Should get me across the state line into South Carolina finally, and will get me under 800 miles? It'll get me under 800 miles. I'll be 700 and change by tomorrow night. I'm liking that, guys. I tell you, I'm really jazzed about getting south. The water's getting a little bit clearer here in spots, but not, you know, not the gin clear blue water of the Bahamas that I'm looking forward to. So, at least you can see my comments. I have a lot in common with the Supreme Court. I like beer. There you go. Cool to cold is easier to overcome than blazing hot. Okay. I think both are miscalculated. Dock and dine for free only amounts to $10 appetizer, $4 beer, times 2 plus dollar times tip, $25 a day. That's only 7. Well, Adam, once again, I don't always stop and have something to eat like that, so I don't I don't know where that's coming from either. But once again, you know, this is the kind of ridiculous comment that somebody who doesn't have a clue what's really going on makes assumptions that I stop every night and eat out at restaurants every night. Doesn't happen. Now, I do film them when it does happen because I kind of like it. And you know what? I have some people from sometimes that will just contact me. They'll send money. They'll deposit money in my account with a note. Carl, this is so you can go out and have a nice dinner. And so I'll go out and have a nice dinner. There are some people that are concerned that I'm not eating enough. And so they want me to go out and eat a decent meal. And so I go and do that. And so I'm sorry if Adam to Florida and other people have a problem with that, but that's your problem, not mine. So Fort Sumter would be interesting to anchor by, yeah. Well, actually raised her in the shark family. True, but you don't have anything to say, Trav. Okay. Gene, yes they are. The water will stay pretty nasty until you clear the marshes and get around Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, it's kind of what I was afraid of, Ray. Oh, you were defending me. Okay, I'm sorry, Adam. It didn't look like that you were defending me. I don't think that's where he gets that figure from, though. I think he gets that figure from the fact that I said that my budget is $600 a month, and it is. My phone bill is $235. My normal phone bill is $235. That's my bill plus paying off my devices. This month I'm spending a lot more on fuel than I normally have or have had up to this point. So my budget's going to be a little off this month because I'm spending a lot of money on diesel because I'm covering some ground. I'm making tracks. But other than that, food and everything else remains about the same. So, okay, it does happen, folks. Oh, ignore, you're killing me. Yeah, I know. The other banks, fun to catch, but fun to take off the hook. Huh, okay, you catch them off the Outer Banks. Flounder fishing, okay. Thank you, Andy, appreciate that, brother. Obviously he isn't people, he wouldn't be losing weight if he was living large, eating, drinking. Try again. Yeah, that's exactly right, Eki. You don't lose the amount of weight that I've lost by stopping in restaurants and eating calamari every night, you know? It just doesn't happen, so. Yes, I know, AJ, thanks. Yeah, Bubba, my normal monthly budget's about $600. Now, that doesn't include things like boat repairs and doesn't include things like buying dinghies, obviously. Those are all outside your normal budget. So to be careful on the water because of necrosizing fasciitis of sorts. Yeah, Troll Sniper, that is a reality. Although I believe all cases of that have been limited to the Gulf side of Florida, up near the Panhandle. I'm not aware of any of that, any of those cases here on the East Coast. That's a West Coast of Florida issue. But thank you. I appreciate her concern in that regard. They feel they will get you riled. Yeah, I know, John. I know. I try to be done with it, but training here tonight in case anyone wants to know. Oh, okay. Go Gina Blue wrench for Rosie. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. One shot deal. Forget about the dinghy. Yep. We had snow yesterday. What kind of boat does everyone have? You have one? Just curious. I don't have one, but I wish I had a sailboat. There you go, Miss Charlotte Pole. Everybody jump in there and tell us what kind of boat you have. Let's see how many people actually are out there who are sailors as opposed to people who are just being a pain in the butt. I'm sorry. That was rude of me. Okay, I shouldn't have said that. So, yeah, what kind of boats you guys have, man? Bill Carson, Bristol 40 yawl, very nice. Very nice boat. I would accept the wrench, but I cannot attend every night. Well, too late, Gene. Too late. It doesn't matter whether you attend or not. It doesn't matter. It's all good, brother. It's all good. So, I have a 35-footer in Florida, Miss Shar. 35-footer. What kind of 35-footer? You have a 35-foot what, Adam? Oh, William Garden design. Very good, Chuck. There you go. Well, boat repairs, upgrading, normal budget if you're on sailboat. Repairs, upgrading, normal budget if you're on sailboat. Okay. Well, but I'm not on a normal sailboat then, am I, Bubba? Bostrom B31. Wow, Dick, huh? Used to have a 27-foot Trojan cruiser until a few years ago. Okay. I have power boats. Right now, I have a 36-foot Trojan. Very good. Hinterholler. Okay, cool. What do you think of a 69 Cleveland steamer? I think it burns a lot of coal. Me and you the man, bro. There you go. Cadillac CTS. Well, that's a boat, pilot. That is a boat, no doubt about it, man. Not as big a boat as the old caddies, though, man. I always wanted to have a Cadillac convertible. Balboa 26, McGregor 22, and an 18-foot bass boat. There you go, Seabiscuit. See, I'm wrenched in great power comes great responsibility. Yeah, great power, huh? I don't know about that, Gene, but again, something I can do to show a little respect to you, sir. So, 29-foot Shamrock mahogany to last divorce. Oh, Coyote, sorry to hear that. Oregon 384, nice. Kayak at the moment. There you go. 20-foot center console, a few kayaks, and a 8-foot dinghy. There you go, Bubba. 20-foot center console. Okay. I get it. I get it. Yep. All right, guys. So listen, we're well over the hour here. 12-foot dory. Let's go ahead and do some shameless shout outs. If anybody wants to go ahead and shout out, let's go ahead and do a shameless shout out for anybody. Go ahead and give us an update as to you know, what's going on with your channel or social media, so we can go subscribe to you. 27 is what I usually crew on for sailboat races, but last weekend it was a complete 25. Okay. Cleveland steamers are great machines. Carl, you have new options now? I do? Huh. Kayak, but now sailboat next spring. There you go, Gene. Hart Miller Island. Oh, you kept it in Hart Miller Island? I was there. That's right, we talked about that, Wood Beach. Yep. Yeah, we talked about that. Okay, well, nobody's doing any shameless shout outs, so I was going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. We'll have more for you. I'll do a live stream as I'm heading out of here tomorrow morning early. Watch history being made around the world race. 24-year-old female in 4th place. Wow. Cool. Model 50K refit flying doodles. There you go. There's some comments. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Am I ignoring you? You want me to play? I gotta go take Miss Lily for a walk, guys. I have to go take her down. Oh gosh, I had to tell you this morning. Took Miss Lily for a walk there at that dockside, and she was bouncing around and screwing around, not paying attention. She damn near went into the water. Her back end went off the dock, and she was doing everything she could to get back up on the dock. I had to grab her by the collar and pull her back aboard, so it was fun. But I gotta go take her for a walk, so we're gonna go ahead and go do that. So, oh, Wood Beast, this is nothing, man. It's nothing. So, all right, guys, we'll have more for you tomorrow. Be good, be careful, take good care of one another. Remember, the description down below, there's links to my PayPal and Patreon. Should you want to contribute to the adventure, all funds greatly appreciated and much needed at the moment. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there, so it's going to be kind of expensive this next month or so, but we're going to get her done. Actually, you know, it's really not going to be that expensive. I figured out the other day, yesterday I was talking about it. I think my total fuel cost and budget for my food and everything was like $700 and change. So not that much, considering for the next month that's about all I'm going to need to get myself down to Florida, unless something else breaks down. But I do need to buy a car when I get there, and I need to buy a laptop, and I need some funds for some other things. So guess what? I'm going to continue to ask you guys to hit the links down below and contribute if you would. We appreciate it. Anyhow, we'll have more for you later, kids. Bye. You want to go for a walk? You want to go for a walk? Let's go for a walk.